And happy Tuesday morning, y'all. Today is day 2 of the Diddy trial. Today is May 13th, 2025. Y'all, today Cassie has been scheduled to testify today to go on the stand, you guys. Yesterday it was a day from what everybody is reporting. It was a crazy day. But we do have a little bit of the court, records on what happened. And you guys, I want to read that. But y'all, I'm telling you, the most thing that stuck out to me was when they said the guy, one of the Rex workers, let out, in front. I'm sorry, in Cassie's mouth. That was disgusting. Hey, guy, good morning. That was disgusting, y'all. I was shocked and surprised. I was like, oh my goodness. And what Diddy was doing, watching over there in the corner with the bandana on, looking at Cassie having Rex with a Rex worker, and he's over there choking his chicken in the corner with the bandana on. Y'all, I'm telling you, this situation is crazy. This court case is going to get crazy. But y'all, we have a little bit of court of a short breakdown that I got yesterday from CNN. It was just a small little snippet, but it's a court is they were taking a break at this point in time. And it says prosecutors have completed their direct examination of Daniel Phillips, who was the Rex worker, who testified he was paid to have Rex with Cassie Ventura on several occasions. The cross-examination will begin after the court takes their short break. During a portion of graphic testimony, when Phillip describes having Rex with Ventura as Sean Diddy Combs watched and masturbated, Combs' daughter stood up and left the court. Y'all, let me say this real quick. These kids are grown, right? But they are Sean Diddy Combs' kids. The girls, they were younger at this time and point when, all this was going on or whatever. But to be in the courtroom and listening to what your dad was doing behind closed doors, that is a bit too much. But, it's a good thing that they stepped out the courtroom. They didn't want to hear it. Hey, good morning, Art of War. How are you? It's good that they got up and stepped out the courtroom. It was, I'm sure, a little bit too much, right? I mean, a lot of stuff is, as a grown woman, maybe a little bit too much for me, right? And for all of us. But, hey, Frank, welcome. But at the same time, you guys, this is a court case. This is what's happening. I think that it is best for the kids to step out if it does get a little bit too much, too graphic, because that is their father, respectfully so. And, I am a little sensitive to children because I have children of my own. A lot of people, even they don't have children, are sensitive to the fact. But, some of this stuff is going to be graphic in nature. And I think that, I hope that the girls, get up and go out respectfully whenever they are talking about something that's really crucial. I know today, I believe they're probably going to be running some tapes on, what they probably got from Diddy's house when they did the raids, I believe. But let's continue. So it says, so the daughters, they stood up and left the courtroom. Then it says they returned for a brief period, but left again when the testimony continued in a graphic sexual nature. It says one of Combs' sons placed his arm around his grandmother during some of this testimony. It says earlier, when the hotel surveillance videotape was played, Combs' family members had their heads turned and appeared to be intently watching the video projected on a monitor in the courtroom. Jurors were also facing the screens and watched the video. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is going to be a lot of these tapes, I believe, is going to be graphic. Y'all smash the like button. But another thing is, from what I'm hearing and grasping from people, they're saying like it's a 50-50 situation with Diddy winning this court case. But let me tell you guys, y'all, I heard one content creator, he broke it down very good. He was direct, straight to the point. I really liked and enjoyed his content. He brought the tea, right? Straight to the point. He was saying that when sex worker was on the stand, hey, the Sorbacher, how are you? He said that, the prosecution team, the feds, when they were questioning about the tape with Diddy and Cassie in the hotel in that hallway, right? He said that, you know, when it was the prosecution's turn, they asked a question and then they asked them to re-roll the tape back. Can you play, you know, hey, can you guys play it from this point to that point or something like that? Then they said, hey, can you just play the whole thing? And then one of the prosecutors, you know, there are 6 women, said, do you guys see basically that Diddy was allowing Cassie to leave or something to that effect? And then they were like, no more questions, you know, like, no more questions, you know, Your Honor, something like that. Like a mic dropping situation. I was like, whoa. Good morning. Michael Miller, welcome. Good morning. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, them prosecutors are no joke, right? The feds, people are sleeping on the feds, right? They're saying that this is a RICO, this, that, and the third, but I'm telling you guys, there has to be a lot more evidence. This is just the beginning, right? They can't even hold Diddy accountable for these situation with the hotel, right? Arlene, hi, welcome. They cannot even charge Diddy with the stuff that he was doing in the hallway, right? What they are doing, from what I see, they are going and starting with this hotel tape just to show, of course, how Diddy was, because they have worse stuff. I believe this. This is just me, y'all. And if I'm wrong, I'll take the L. I'll be wrong. Babak, welcome. I'll be wrong, right? But I think that this is what the prosecution team, the feds, are doing. This is how they're introducing and starting the case out. They're showing the tape with, you know, Cassie being, you know, DV'd in the hallway. Then it's going to be more disgusting stuff, right? Hey, Yolanda, welcome. There's going to be more disgusting stuff to come. Watch. The feds did not pick Diddy up just because of this hotel situation. Let's just be for real. Let's be honest. When they went to Diddy's house and they got all them tapes, all them recordings, all this stuff, there was situations and things that was strong enough and powerful enough to go and indict Diddy. So this is only the beginning, right? This is only the beginning. So Cassie is supposed to be taking the stand today. And Rocky says, good morning from Detroit. Good morning. Abusing Cassie, guilty. Those other charges not sticking. See, I don't know. People are saying that there's other. Y'all smash the like button. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. People are saying that it's a 50-50 chance, but y'all, I'm telling you, this process, then this one YouTuber I watched, right? He was saying that, you know, it's a 50-50, you know, case. He don't have, you know, he's not, of course, you know, a family member or anything like that. But at the same time, he says the prosecution has a good team and the defense has a good team. So it's like two great teams going, you know, head on, right? It's going to be like a head on collision, but who's going to win? Both teams are saying is really, really good, right? But I still believe wholeheartedly that the feds have something. They have some kind of bombshell in their toolbox, right? They have something that is strong that is going to pin Diddy up against the wall. They have something very strong that's going to pin Diddy up against the wall. I already can feel it. But this is the beginning. They are trying to see and show us, you know, that this was the beginning of the dirty times. But y'all, we are going to stop in and see what they are saying here on live now. So let's turn the camera. Let's see what they are saying here on live now.
Is this a complicated case? It is a complicated case, Andy, and we've been waiting for this day for a year and a half, and a lot happened today. We got our jury, we got through opening statements, and we're on our second witness. So let's talk about the opening statement. And it's interesting, not necessarily the substance, which I'll get into, but who delivered the opening statement. In a case that's about gender violence, we had two women deliver the opening statement. The prosecution is almost all women, so that's not unexpected. But you had Tony Garagos, Mark Garagos' daughter, who delivered the defense opening statement, and I think you really can see the defense perspective here, and the optics matter. You have a case that's about gender violence, and you have a relatively young attorney, certainly one of the less experienced attorneys on the team. She's certainly well qualified to deliver the opening statement. I think that's important. And one thing that she said, which I think is going to be a theme throughout the case, is obviously consent. We knew that. But a second big theme is...
See, and that's the thing, you guys. They are saying, FMC says, wish they had the trial available for public watch. Yes, I know, right? But with the feds, they don't allow nobody to, the feds is like a closed courtroom. So they don't allow any film, any cameras in the courtroom at all. That's why we see sketches. That's why we see notes and stuff like that, because they're in the federal court, there's no cameras allowed. So, Romani just said that, you know, that it's like Cassie, they're trying to show this thing, the defense is trying to show this thing that Cassie is consenting. Let me say this. Hey, Marva, how are you? Let me say this. When couples get together, right? When they first get together, everything is happy-go-lucky, right? Everything is great. You know, you're loving on your partner, right? Y'all are like, you know, head over heels over each other. Everything is good. Y'all probably doing, you know, little sexual, you know, adventures, you know, behind closed doors. And yes, she was consenting to it, right? She was consenting to it back then, but it came to a point where it was like, no, this is not right, right? Hey, my baby Jamil says salute, beautiful. Smash the like button, everybody. Salute to everyone in the chat. Hey, my baby, good morning. Yes. So I think, in my opinion, of course, when everything is hunky-dory, everything is cool, you know, you're gonna be consent to everything. Everything is great. But they came to a point where Cassie's like, look, all these rugs, I was never on these rugs. Diddy introduced me to this. Diddy basically, I feel like Diddy groomed her. Diddy was like 17 years older than her or something. He was really older than her, right? So I believe that some of his grooming had to do with the stuff, you know, when she was consenting, she was okay with it, because it's like he was an older man. He was trying to like reel her to do certain things. He was basically grooming her. Now, the choice was hers to leave or to participate, and she participated in a lot of things. She did, right? Consensually, I believe she did, but I believe it came to a point where she was figuring out and finding out, hey, this isn't right. All this controlling stuff, all this telling me to, you know, have sex with this other man and you watching, like all of that came to a head where she was like, no, this isn't right. She did leave. She did come back. She did participate. I believe she did at some point, up until a certain point. And when it came to that, hey, Pearl Glenn, good morning. When it came to that certain point, where things got like, you know, nasty, disgusting, things were just like falling apart. It was like the DVSA and all that was coming in stronger, but it seemed like from what these the Rex worker said yesterday, it was like when Diddy would, you know, DV her, it was a turn on for him. He liked the DV people. It seemed like he liked to DV her and then watch her have sex with other men, and that turned him on. He would be in the back choking his chicken, watching. They say he had a bandana on, watching. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I mean, people, you know, different strokes for different folks. You know, I'm not here to judge nobody and what they like to do, you know, behind closed doors. But that's a bit crazy to me. That's a bit crazy to me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But when he was going and hiding and watching Cassie have Rex with, the Rex workers, this was just like weird. It was kind of spooky. Could y'all imagine like your partner wanting you to have Rex with another person and then they're in the corner looking? That's scary. That's crazy. That's just weird, right? Rocky says Rex trafficking, racketeering. Do y'all think those charges are sticking? Cassie would have been got away. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know, Rocky. I'm not sure. But all I'm saying is that Cassie did, I feel like she did. She participated. She, staged. I mean, they were together for 10 years. She participated in some of the stuff willingly. But it came to a point where I believe she didn't want to do it no more. She realized maybe this is like not right. Me getting slapped up, kicked, slammed and all that. This is not like right. This is not the behavior. This is not the treatment I should be getting. Hey, loving myself. Good morning. Good morning. Devin says money. Yeah, but you know what? Let's just be for real. Let's be honest. She was with another guy before she got with Diddy. And the other guy wasn't as big as Diddy. So she kind of jumped ship, went to Diddy, and then was, with him, because she was trying to sing. She was trying to get her career started off. She thought Diddy could probably take her to the top because, that's what he was lying and promising people that, oh, yeah, I'm going to put the CD out. And then he never even, I believe, put out like all of her CDs or something like that. FMC says, hope that's the case and not that she saw that she could hit a big payday. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Clay says, anyway, so FMC, yeah, a lot of people are saying that, it was a payday, but I believe a lot of the stuff, FMC, a lot of the stuff that he was doing was really disgusting. I mean, even other people experienced some of his disgusting behaviors, and not only women, even men, because you remember, he went to like a record label, and then he did something to some guy in there, and then he hit, I think, a coach with a kettlebell or something like that. So I feel like he has a narcissistic, like manic, I don't know if he's manically depressed. He's like a major like narcissist. He has some mental issues going on. I really think there's something going on with Diddy mentally, because a normal average person, that behavior is just not. FMC says facts. Yes, that behavior is not normal behavior. Like you going and knocking somebody out with a kettlebell, you going to a business and knocking somebody or beating somebody with a chair. Hey, Laura, good morning. Knocking somebody over with a chair or whatever he was doing. Like, I mean, he was doing crazy stuff, right? Rocky says 33 million. She great right now, but she's getting him back for all that. That's what people are saying, that that's what they're saying. But let me say this too. Let me say this. I do want to say this, right? It's Cassie. They said Cassie signed the NDA, right? But people are not like reflecting off when an NDA is used in a commission of a crime. The NDA is null and void, right? So whenever they're bringing Cassie back, they're saying, well, she signed the NDA and then he got, Cassie got paid, right? But the feds, no, in the law, no, it doesn't work like that. If you said he did this, that, and the third, you signed the NDA, but it was in a commission of a crime, they gonna be like, oh no, we need to talk to you. We need to bring you in. We got some questions for you. What was he doing? What do you know? What else was he doing? And he was doing a whole lot of stuff, right? He was trafficking rugs trafficking. He was doing a whole lot of stuff, and people are not like taking that into consideration, right? But like I said, I believe Cassie was, of course, she was with the smoke, of course, eventually at the beginning, right? And she was younger. Diddy was way old. He was like grandpa trying to, lure this little young girl in. Well, she was there. They had a relationship. But like I said, at one point in time or another, eventually it got to the point where it was not so good. Pearl says facts. Yes, Pearl. That's why I'm saying this case, with the feds, people are sleeping on the feds, right? But one thing is for sure, two things is for certain, the feds have more evidence and proof. Like this stuff right here with the hotel, they can't even charge them with it, but they're just trying to open the case with this situation to show, of course, he was disgusting. We all know that, right? But being disgusting, being nasty, being a narcissist is not a crime. We understand that. We know that. They're talking about the trafficking, right? They're talking about the rugs and trafficking, the RICO and all of that, right? But the thing is that remember, I'll be sure, he said he been trying to get in contact with the police. He been trying to tell them people that Diddy is over there trafficking. FMC says, can't they use a video if he's a repeat offender? I don't know, FMC. I'm not sure. Hey, Arctic One says, I got a feeling the diddler was diddled by someone, diddle when he was young, aka, oh yes, absolutely. Arctic One, you're absolutely right. They said that he had a relationship with Clive Davis, that I guess Clive Davis probably, broke him in back in the day when he was a young intern. And I believe that's where all of that came from when he was younger, because if you guys watch the docuseries, it was like they were saying, what I grasped, that when he was younger, it was like he was picked on. Because remember the guy that stayed with him that said he was kind of Diddy's big brother, the one that his mom and him moved in with Diddy and Janice in their house. He said when Diddy was younger, he was being picked on. He was like, he couldn't, he was like being bullied, right? And then when he got with Clive Davis, it's like he found him a new, hey, Miss D, welcome, Bree, welcome. When he found out that he had like a little bit of, like he was a man, like a young man, he started, I guess, experiencing life. And then when he started getting all this money, he started acting a fool. He started being controlling, narcissistic, wanting everything to be about him. Hey, Stephen, welcome. Steven says the dealer is about to pay the iron price. Yes, he is. Brocky says most likely like R. Kelly and his aunts. You is the best, Rocky. Yes. So I do believe you guys. Like I said, we gonna see what today is going to bring about with Cassie, because Cassie's going on a stand today. Y'all know she's big and pregnant now, and they said her husband was there at the trial yesterday for opening statements. Her husband was there in the courtroom, and they say he kind of was looking upset, but he was there. Ashley says, can you explain again? We're just talking about Cassie. Diddy today. Cassie's going to testify. And I believe, Ashley says, no cap. I believe, Ashley, I believe, this is just me, you guys. I believe there's going to be a lot of stuff when Cassie testifies. There's going to be so much that came out. I mean, they're of course, they're not even going to have enough time to let her tell all of her story, right? But she is supposed to testify today, and she's supposed to testify today, and I know there's going to be a lot. There's going to be so much stuff that's coming out, because yesterday I couldn't believe that Rex Worker said, he was telling his, getting questioned and saying that, he urinated in Cassie's mouth. That is disgusting. So could you imagine what else that Cassie endured? I was like, oh my goodness. Arctic One says, I've heard no news on Clive. I know, right? Clive Davis, he's over there hiding. He's over there hiding over wherever he lives at in his mansion. He don't want no parts of this situation. Hey, War, welcome. Clive Davis don't want no parts of the situation, Jay-Z. Look, let me tell y'all something. It kind of, look, I do kind of feel like, in a certain way, like, is it, even though Diddy did a lot of this disgusting stuff, right? Let's just be for real, let's be honest. He was a nasty demonic entity, according to what we seen, what we heard, right? You know, in the court of public opinion, right? But at the same time, you almost want to think, is this a takedown for Diddy? And I'm not sticking up for Diddy by no means at all. But it's kind of funny and suspicious that none of his friends came to his rescue. All them 30 years, y'all, let's be for real, let's be honest. 30 years, Diddy had all them parties. He was hanging out with all kind of people, doing all kind of stuff. And what happened? What happened to his friends? I mean, what happened, right? Yeah, Bella says, what friends? Yeah, where they at? War said things that make you go, I know, War, that's what I'm saying. And I know that, like I said, I'm not saying Diddy's no angel by no means. I'm not, because we know. We seen him in action. We even seen and heard a lot of stuff. We know that I feel like he's a whole demonic entity. But at the same time, it's like, where's all his friends? And it's like the people up here dared any of those party goers for the last 30 years that he had at all these white parties, dared them to say, I dare you to go and try to put some money on his books. I dare you to try to go and rescue him. I dare you to go help him. Right? Because we haven't seen nobody come forward except for crazy Kanye. And we know Kanye, he's over there flipping out, acting a whole fool because he probably is on those tapes, right? He probably on them tapes. But where's everybody else? Remember Diddy? I mean, Jay-Z? Jay-Z tried to disassociate himself. Hey, Madeline, welcome. Jay-Z tried to disassociate himself with Diddy like ASAP. He was like, no, we're just business partners. We're just business partners. And I ain't seen that one business meeting on Google. I ain't seen them at no table. I ain't seen them at no conference, no business meeting. I ain't seen them nowhere in the presence of taking care of business. All I seen them in the presence of was partying like it's 1999, like a whole rock star. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I'll take the L. But Diddy didn't have no friends after he got arrested. All his friends, I mean, they probably didn't look. Make sure if this the MDC calling, make sure that block their call, block their number, right? Because remember, Diddy's sons were saying, we trying to call Uncle Jay-Z. Uncle Jay-Z ain't answering. When you call Jay-Z, it'd be like, the number you have reached is no longer available or in service. Please check the number and try your call again. There's nobody that's willing to stand by Diddy at all, right? We like, where's all his friends? He had a whole heap of friends. I mean, he had like a whole country of friends, right? As many parties as Diddy's had, all over, all them people. I mean, the princes. I mean, people from like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, all the people in UK, all them people, and he ain't had a friend to claim the first. It makes you think. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that Diddy was a little great child, a great person, because he's not. But I'm just saying, right? It's crazy. War says, but seriously, I just don't understand how any man could do what he did to Cassie. Exactly. That's what I said. I'm not sticking up for him. I'm just kind of stating facts and what we see. And yes, he was so disgusting. I was like, how could a person be so cruel? How could a person be so cruel to do that? To be kicking somebody, not even a dog should be, not even an ant should be treated like that. Right? Not even a roach. The way that he did her, that is terrible, y'all. War says, I guess I'm too old-fashioned. No, you're not. Absolutely not. Because that would say then everybody would think that I'm too old-fashioned. And I'm absolutely not. I'm old-fashioned in my ways. Yes, I am very like old-fashioned in my ways. But this stuff should have never happened. Cassie should have never endured this. Winton Chapter says, at the lounge, I still wish you a happy birthday, Queen. You are a pure blessing. Thank you. Quentin Chapper, thank you. I appreciate that. Loving Myself said Dubai went bye-bye. I know, right? Hey, Jazzy, good morning. Jazzy said, they said Diddy would eat other men. I thought I heard that too, Jazzy. I forgot that. Diddy is a woman beater and sneaky. Yes, he is, absolutely. That's why I said I'm not sticking up for him by no means, right? I'm not sticking up for Diddy because we know he's nasty. He's demonic. He's a narcissist. We ain't got no, we don't have any doctorate degree over here, but we just see these behaviors from him, right? Mouthful of STDs. Yes, Jazzy, that is so nasty. And then they said that the Rex worker said that he wanted to use a condom, and they didn't even provide Cassie's, health record. And he was like, I just need to, see what her health, her health record looks like, because I'm not using no condom. I need to see what I'm getting into. But I'm like, it was a little bit too late. Hey, John Burke, welcome. Zara. Yeah, Zara, facts, Zara. Jazzy says he has a terrible pattern of abuse from the 90s to current. Yes, Jazzy. Like, why isn't this dude locked up? Why hasn't he been charged? But we forgot. He done paid off the state, all the state police and all of that. That's how I'll Be Sure was unable to get this sex trafficking charges pushed forward to the feds and the police, because Diddy paid off everybody. The courts, the judges, the lawyers, the 911, probably the teachers, the schoolhouses, and everybody, that anything that he was like moving around, that anybody would go and probably tell, well, let me go to Walmart and tell them that Diddy's doing this. Oh no, we're gonna pay, they paid off. Oh no, Diddy didn't do nothing. Wherever he was at, whatever he was doing, those people were paid off by Diddy. There was no way that you can go and tell the police in LA that Diddy did something to you, because they were all paid off. And that's why I'll Be Sure was having a problem. But like I said yesterday in the last couple of lives, if that was me and I knew Diddy was trafficking, I would have went to the smallest town. I would have went to like every state, the smallest town, to make a complaint and make a report. Like, hey, you don't know me. You may not know me because you're from the country. You probably don't even watch TV. Y'all probably don't even have a TV in your house. But let me tell you something. I know that Diddy is going over here. Hey, Shine Low, welcome. Diddy is over here sex trafficking these people. I see busloads of people. I see Diddy coming with Ubers, people dropping, getting dropped off, getting picked up. I see Diddy's plane over there getting filled up with these people, with these women, as men. Is there minors involved, y'all? I don't know. Y'all put a one if y'all think the minors are going to come out. Zara says it's an organization. Yes, it was an organized situation. Y'all, if y'all ever come to my house and say, oh, the lounge, why you got all them bottles? Look, why you got all these bottles of hair oil? Look, why you got all these bottles of hair oil? Why you got all these bottles of hair oil at the lounge? I'd be like, oh no, I'm just stocking up. No, the lounge, you're not just stocking up. You have a business. You have an enterprise. Something is going on. You ain't got all them bottles of hair oil just because you're trying to stock up for the next 20 years. No, you got them bottles of oil because you got a business, a hair business or something. So when they went over there, they seen all them bottles of baby oil, which they said they sent that to the lab, and they said that it was GHB or whatever, right? You gonna think that is a whole operation. When you go to a company, a cleaning company, and they got like 1,000 bottles of Pine Sol, you are automatically gonna know that they got a business, because they're like, well, why you got all this Pine Sol? We already know they got a business. They cleaning all these offices. They cleaning the courthouses, the courtrooms, the schools, and all this. They have a business. So what makes it different from Diddy having 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which they said was GHB? That means that he is running an operation. And this is what they're going to prove. Watch, the feds are going to prove that too. The feds are going to prove that. Jamil, my baby, says, surviving Diddy Glover's Freakoff dungeon. Yes, it is a Freakoff dungeon. Zara says, pure survival. Yes, pure survival, Zara. I'm telling you guys, it's going to come out though. Wait. We gotta wait for it because the feds are just doing baby steps. They're baby stepping us to the massive, the explosive package. Watch. They are baby stepping us to the explosive situation that is going to rock all. I mean, probably even blow us, our mind. Like, whoa, Diddy was doing that. What? FMC said if you had 1,000 bottles, then we question it, the lounge. Yes, and I do, right? I have a whole lot of stock. I got a whole lot of stock because I got a business, right? We got a business. Why you think that we got all these bottles of and even different kind of bottles of oil? Why y'all think we got all these bottles of hair oil? Because it's a business. We ain't got no hair oil just for it to sit on the shelf and to look beautiful and look pretty. Let the herbs marinate for a little bit. Just let the herbs marinate. Let the herbs marinate for like maybe a few months and just look pretty on the shelf. Maybe just for a house decoration. No, it is a business. It is a whole operation, right? Madeline said it's going to be epic. Oh, yes, it's going to be very epic. Mikhail says it's out already. Diddy is in prison already. Wake up. He needs to be. He needs to be, right? OD says so much oil. Diddy bring the new job. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Zara says worshiping celebrities has to come to. Yeah, Zara, you are so right, Zara. I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that because people, I was even under the, misconception too. Y'all smash the like button. I was under the misconception too years ago. Like, oh, I got to go see Denzel, or I got to go see this, or I got to go see that, right? And we're praising these people. Oh, and then something happens on the news or something. You're like, no, I don't believe that happened. Oh no, this person didn't run that. Oh no, Denzel didn't run this person over, or Denzel didn't snap out on this person, or that person didn't do this. No, Diddy ain't did that. Jay-Z ain't did that. It's like we don't know these people. We are praising these people because we watching them on TV. We don't know how they are behind closed doors. They ain't never been to my house, sat down and broke bread and laughed and joked and hee and ha. We have to stop praising them because we don't know who they are. And from what we are seeing in 2024 and 2025, they are whole demonic entities, right? They are demonic entities. I feel like Hollywood is a whole big Rex trafficking whole situation. They got money, and it's like instead of taking vacations, living a great healthy lavish life, they want to go and they want to do this Rex trafficking, allegedly messing with these young girls, with the children, allegedly, if that even comes up. Y'all put a 1 in the chat. Do y'all think that Diddy was messing with the kids too? With the younger children? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think so. I do. I believe so. Justin Bieber and Usher to even be the first of that pool. I believe so. I do believe so. Madeline says I was industry's machines. Oh wow. Yeah, I believe. Mary says 1. Pearl. Zara says absolutely. Look how Justin turned out. Yes. Madeline says ordinary people with weird life 1. Yes. Joy says 1. Yes. KMR, what is going on? Hold up, we got to stop the live. KMR says, what is up, beautiful people? KMR, I was just telling my baby Jamil about you the other day. I said, we ain't seen KMR in a month of Sundays, and we know you over the waters. You probably working hard, but we miss you over here at the lounge and on Jamil's platform. Well, I'm glad to see you. I am so glad to see you in here, KMR. We miss you. Yes, we miss you. We miss you. Yes. KMR has been with us since day 1 over here at the lounge. Yes. But it's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. KMR said I've been working D hard. It's good to be back again. I'm glad you're back because I just literally, I said, baby, went to the store. I said, baby, I ain't seen KMR in a minute. We ain't seen KMR in either of our lives. But I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad to see everybody. But KMR, we ain't seen him in a minute. Stephanie says, hello, new to your channel, just subscribe. Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome. Welcome to the lounge. And welcome everybody. Everybody that's new, even on the replay, welcome to the lounge. Y'all, if y'all are subscribed, y'all are my loungers, and welcome. But yes, we are surviving Diddy. Me and Jamil went to the trial last Monday. I'm sorry, the jury selection last Monday. We had a great experience, and we had a great time. Jazzy says, I don't know, Jazzy. I don't know. I haven't talked to her. She's came to my life a few times. I don't know. And you know me, I don't do drama or anything like that. So I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, me too. Jazzy, I was lost, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was lost, but I don't do that. I don't get into that. We all about love, peace, and tranquility over here. So I was too. I'm still am, and I'm like, I don't know, but we don't let that get to us, because we don't know. When you haven't did anything to anybody, you're just like, where did that come from? Like all in left field. So we keep it clean over here. Jazzy said, just wanted to ask, and okay, yeah, we don't get into any of that, and we don't know. That's what we were kind of thrown off too, so I don't know. But Zara says, and while Justin is crumbling in front of the public, the perpetrators are closing him behind closed doors after his role. Yes. I feel so bad for Justin Bieber, you guys. Is Justin Bieber going to come up in this trial? I hope so. I hope they have him on the stand. I hope they're maybe asking some questions like what happened, because y'all, Justin Bieber, he was very young when he came in the industry. Matter of fact, Usher found him here on YouTube. And then when they did all the paperwork and all the arrangements, they got him in Hollywood. His mom turned him over. And it's like, how could you turn your child over to somebody you don't know? I don't know. Hey, clean black sneakers, welcome. Jazzy says, if Bieber shows up, it will be a wow. I know, right? That's crazy. FMC says, I hope he takes a stand. Me too. Jazzy says, me too. Hope Justin speaks out. I do too, because y'all, I'm telling you, it hurt me to my little heart to see Justin Bieber like that. Any child, And I say child because, my kids are like, on age with him. So, it's like, your little motherly instincts start to kick in. And you start to be like, man, that would never be my child, because I would never ever turn my child over to somebody I don't know. But motherly instinct kicks in, and you're like, man, my heart goes out to him. It's sad. Kmart says, well, it's about the time the dealer is gonna get life sentence. Yes, Kmart, we hope that he does. We hope that him do, because he has been doing all this stuff for all this time, hurting people, DVing, SAing people, taking people's money. Remember, Mace said he took his money, making of the band, he took them people's money, doing all kind of stuff. And then when he took the making of the band, what's his name? What's his name? The making of the band, one of the guys, he was struggling really bad, really hard. It was so sad to see him like this, and he couldn't get it together. But when he started going on tour, coming, doing interviews and stuff like that, he was looking better. Looked like he was revived. Freddie, yes, Freddie P, clean black sneakers, yes, Freddie P. Remember, I felt so bad for him because he looked really bad. I mean, I would see him in videos. Yeah, FMC, thank you. I would see him in the videos. It looked like he was standing like in a bathroom, and he was just like kind of like pouring his heart out. And he was like, struggling. Like, I mean, Diddy took these people and drugged them, and they were struggling, couldn't even feed their family. Some of them had a hard time to try to recoup and kind of gather their thoughts and what they're going to do next, because they were supposed to be making it big with Diddy, and they didn't. And that took a toll on him. Y'all smash the like button. It's sad, but today Cassie's going to be on the stand. She's supposed to be testifying. She's probably actually testifying now. Let me see if I get any if I see anything that's popping off. But she's supposed to be testifying today, right now, actually. And I want to know what she's gonna say. I really hope what she says can bring clarity to even a lot of us, right? KMR says, just want to let y'all know that Malaysia news channel over here trolling Diddy nonstop is comedy. Oh, KMR is all the way in Malaysia? We knew you was overseas. We knew you was overseas, honey. And wow. It didn't make y'all. KMR said they are trolling Diddy all the way in Malaysia. Wow. Wow. Frank Nitty says Cassie was down with the Freakoff. Jenny says, why is my first comment whited out? Lewis says he is finishing here. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be epic. All eyes know, right, is that Diddy is gonna be in some trouble. It is going to be some trouble. It's going to be some smoke in the city because Diddy, let me see. Diddy is, let me see. I'm trying to see if I see a news channel because some of the channels are giving up-to-date notes on like what's going on. Lewis says, hey, he is for real. Yes. I'm telling you, he's going to be in a world of hurt, y'all. He's going to be in there, and he's going to be in there, and he's going to be, okay, hold on. Let me see. They got some notes. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to read you guys what I see. It says 11:25 a.m. when asked by the prosecutor about Freakoffs, Cassie is stiff that Diddy first asked her to take part in them when she was 22. She said she don't feel like she could say no to Diddy because she didn't know what no could be or what no could turn into. So this is meaning that she's saying, like, if she said no, would he, DV her? Would he SA her? I mean, she didn't know. So now it's saying 11 a.m. Cassie says Diddy controlled a lot of her life. Whether it was her career or the way she dressed. Sean controlled a lot of my life, whether it was career, the way I dressed, everything. I just don't have much to say in it at the time, Cassie testified. So Cassie's on the stand right now. And these are the notes that I'm getting that's coming in. It says at 10:50 a.m., Judge Arun Submarinian called a 10-minute break prior to R&B singer Cassie testifying. In open court, a lawyer for Combs asked that Cassie's husband not be allowed in the courtroom while she testifies because he might be called as a witness. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So I didn't know. So they're saying that they don't want Cassie's husband in the courtroom because he could be called as a witness. So they can say, Cassie's husband, can you come up to the stand so you could be called as a witness? Wow. Wow. So Diddy's lawyer doesn't want Cassie's husband to possibly come to the stand. So if the feds want to say, hey, Cassie's husband, can you come sit on the stand? Because we got a couple of questions to ask you. Diddy's lawyers is like, no, get him out of here. Because we don't want him to be called by the feds in a last sparing moment. Wow. And this is the latest, you guys. This is the latest. The notes that are coming in that I'm getting, that's the latest. So, oh wow. So he doesn't even want Cassie's husband in the courtroom. I know, right, Kmart? Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Zara says orgies have been going on for years in Hollywood, and I think freak-offs is a slang term for it. Diddy brought too much attention to himself, and that's why he's going to jail. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, whatever people do behind closed doors, y'all, let's just be honest. We all grown here, right? Whatever you do behind closed doors is on you. But I have a problem, me, and I guess evidently the law, when you are doing this and you're holding people against their will or you're making them do stuff like that they don't want to do. That's when it becomes a criminal situation. Flojo says yes because her husband worked at Diddy's house and heard and seen. Yes, yes, Flojo. Yes, Flojo. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Flojo. He's seen a whole lot himself with his own two eyes. You are right. Frank Nitty says he ain't gonna look at the wife the same after this. I know, right? But he met Cassie there. That's how he met Cassie, from what I understand. From what I understand, he met Cassie there. But y'all, I'm telling you, Diddy's lawyers don't want Cassie's husband. They're like, get him out of here. Because we don't want the feds to go ask any questions, right? We don't want the feds to say, Cassie's husband, can you please come to the stand at the last minute? Whoa. Wow. Flojo said, did he hire him to be her personal trainer? Yeah, I think he did. I believe so, if I'm right. Peter says Cassie is pregnant. Yeah, they said she's big and pregnant. They said she's due very soon. I didn't know she was big and pregnant. I thought she was like maybe 4 or 5 months. But no, Cassie, I think she's big belly and all. Big belly and baby. Lad O'Brien says, hey Flojo, love you, the fastest woman ever. I know, right? Ansel says Cassie is couple. Yes, I did not know that, y'all. I didn't know that. I thought Cassie was like barely pregnant, but I just over the last couple of days, I thought she was like like I said, just 5-6 months pregnant. But I just found out the other day that she's big and pregnant. That's why they said they wanted her to be the first witness to testify, because they don't want her to go into labor as time goes on, because I don't know how many days they want her on the stand. I don't know, because some people can be on the stand for a couple of days, right, being questioned. It's crazy. Cheek says my wife does the most. FMC says plus Cassie's husband don't have an NDA sign like she does. He could blow the cat. Oh, you are so right, FMC. Oh, you are so right. So he can say whatever he wants to say and blow everything out the water, and then they're gonna be like, all right, Diddy's case is over, and take it right on back to the MDC, get him ready to go to whatever federal prison that he's gonna be assigned to, right? Wow, I'm telling you, this is crazy. I'm telling you, this is epic. This is going to be a game changer. Baby, did you hear that? The latest?
What?
They have right here, they're saying the notes, because, with the federal court, everything has to go by notes. So right here, they're reporting the notes that I'm getting. They're saying that these lawyers are asking Cassie's husband to leave the courtroom because they don't want him to be a chance of being asked to come up to testify by the feds at the last minute, because he didn't sign an NDA. He could blow everything out the water.
Yeah, but was he in the Freakoff dungeon, or is he going to go off of just what Cassie told him?
No, he met Cassie there. That's how he met Cassie. Remember, he was the exercise person.
He was the exercise person, but I'm saying that they're going to get him to say what Cassie's been telling him.
Well, I'm saying they're probably going to be asking, what did you see too? Because he was there. At a certain point, he was there. So he witnessed some stuff.
Yeah.
He witnessed something.
Mm-hmm.
So he will be a valid witness.
Or he probably got his cheeks clapped by Diddy.
Who's to say? They're probably so.
You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't have just been around Diddy and not have an affair with him. Like,
Yeah, because he seemed like he was out for everybody, no matter what,
Yeah.
who. He didn't care.
He probably got Cassie's husband pregnant.
Stop. He was a mess. KMR says this is a D movie surviving Diddy. I know, right? Flojo said he's seen her bruises. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. He can say he's seen her bruises. He can say that he even heard, maybe if they were in another room, and maybe he heard, the abuse going on. He can say he heard that, with his own ears, not know Cassie told me. Everything that he could say could be something that he's seen or heard, right? So, oh my God, y'all, that is a big thing. Oh my God, 11:25, it says, when asked by the prosecutor about Freakoffs, Cassie said she didn't feel like she could say no to Diddy. Okay, we read that. Okay, Cassie says Diddy controlled a lot of her life. Okay, we got that too. Okay, wow. So y'all, it is going down. Y'all, I'm telling you, it is going down over here at this Diddy trial, day 2. This is day 2, you guys. So day 2 at the Diddy trial. I mean, Cassie's already on the stand. She's already, testifying. Diddy's lawyers are trying to get Cassie's husband on out the courtroom because they're like, oh no, we don't want the feds to call him up at the last minute, as a surprise witness so he could testify and say what he's seen or what he heard, because we don't need them problems, because that's gonna, mess us up. It's gonna mess up what they already have on track. Because I'm sure they have some kind of track. They got some type of, situation going the way that they want it to go. And if you throw that monkey wrench in there, Cassie's husband, on the stand, that can derail their, their mission. That can derail the defense's mission, right? I'm just saying. But y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. But I want to know about the minors, y'all. Me want to know about the minors. I want to know, is the minors in this situation? Was there minors? Because let's be for real, let's be honest. Y'all, I watched the video last year, and one of Diddy's neighbors that was rolling up when they were doing the bust around his house, when they went and they had busted his house, one of his neighbors was I guess the camera people caught it. They said the neighbor, he was rolling up in the car. He said it gets wild at Diddy's house at 3 o'clock in the morning. He said at 3 o'clock in the morning, he said there's busloads of kids that come. And they were wondering, well, where do these busloads of kids come from? They said that Child Protective Services allegedly, hey, Deborah, how are you? They said Child Protective Services allegedly had a contract or something going on. And they were bringing kids to Diddy's house at 3 o'clock in the morning. How true that is, I don't know. I'm just saying, these are the things that I'm wondering. Mike Patrick said this is getting crazy. Peer survival, yes, it's getting crazy. But I believe that neighbor, he said, I throw basketballs when I play basketball. He throws the basketballs. They accidentally land. I guess when they're playing basketball, it lands in Diddy's backyard. He said he don't even bother to go get them. He said if he knocks at that door, I guess Diddy would probably go like this and say, "Get in here!" Like Raiden from So I like playing, games, right? I'm like a little bit of a gamer. Was it Raiden from that one game, Mortal Kombat? He goes like this. He says, "Get over here." That's what he said. Diddy wasn't about to do that to him. So he said he let them basketballs stay over there. So I'm saying, if this is true, this is going to be huge, right? CPS is full of unqualified people. Yes, Jazzy? Absolutely. Hey, Seeker, how are you? Seeker says they're not going to talk about that part. Too many higher ups involved in the PD. Yes, I think so too. That's why I'm wondering. Seeker. I'm like, are they going to talk about the children, the minors? Because we've heard it a few times here and there along this year, right? We didn't heard the minors. Oh, the minors here and there. It's like sprinkled around. But is the minors going to be brought to the court? In the court? Makes you wonder, right? Makes you wonder. I don't know. I'm wondering, is this true? Seeker says, I doubt it. I'm wondering, Seeker. Yeah, I'm wondering. Are they scared, like you said, because the higher ups, they got their hands in, dibbled and dabbled and stuff, and they don't want to break their break their little code stuff that they're doing. Makes you wonder. I'm telling you, this case is going to be crazy. They said that from what I'm gathering, a lot of people are saying that the feds, that six-pack of white women that Mark Garagos was talking about while he was being disgusting and disrespectful. Oh, them some powerful women. They said yesterday when they were talking about that video, and then they said can you play? One of the ladies on the prosecution said, "Can you play that video with Cassie? Play it. Play it up until one point, whatever." And then they said, "Okay, no, play it back." And then they were like, "Do y'all see? Do y'all see where Diddy was letting Cassie leave?" And then she said, "No more questions." And it was like a mic dropping situation. They were like, that was epic. So this thing with Mark Garagos trying to attack the prosecution team, no, these are some high-powered federal prosecutors, right? These are some high power federal prosecutors, right? They are all like, pit bull women. They are not playing, but they're saying that Diddy's team is a great team too. Hey Pam, how are you? So I'm telling you, it's gonna be a rumble in Manhattan, in the federal court building, right? That's just how I'm feeling. This is just how I'm feeling. They said them women's, there's some heavy hitters. Them federal prosecutors, that team of 6 women, they nothing to play with. They ain't nothing to play with. They said that federal prosecutor team is it's pretty tough. That's all I'm saying. But Diddy's team is tough too, so I don't know. But like I said, when the feds have you, no matter who you are, no matter how high powered your team is, your defense team, it's still not looking good. And if this is only the beginning with this disgusting stuff, I can imagine what else they got. I can imagine, y'all. I'm just saying. I can imagine what else they got. But y'all, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It is crazy. It is already going like bananas. It's going like bonkers, crazy already. But y'all, I'm gonna be probably going live a couple of times throughout the day. Madeline says it will implicate many ritualistic behaviors for power, fortune, and fame. I run for the hills. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Ansel says this case was thrown out. According to Gonzalez's complaint, the trouble began when he refused to assist Combs' alleged request to traffic minors for parties. FMC says, I wouldn't be surprised if some celebs mysteriously pass. Oh, there have. Remember, they said Diddy's something about Diddy's bad boy, something. 2 people already passed away allegedly, like last week or the week before. People already starting to come up mysteriously, disappearing. Seeker says, I feel like he might not get much time, if any, and maybe some house arrest. I don't know. Seeker, let me say something. Remember, he declined the first offer, and I believe that first offer was probably like a 15-year stint, and he declined the offer, what the prosecutors were already offering him, and he declined it. I believe that was a 15 or 20-year stint, and he declined it. So I don't think for one moment, I think that he's either going to do 15 or more years. That's just me. 15 plus, I think. What do y'all think? Do y'all think he's going to get 15 plus? Or, what is y'all's take? Essie Max says if that thing gets out, then oh boy. Ninja says why is Diddy alone in a RICO case system? Allegedly he is a fall guy for others. Yeah, that what I'm finding out, Ninja of Design. Yes, what I'm finding out, and I'm like, that's why I told you guys earlier in the live. I said, is this a Diddy takedown? Is it a takedown? Because none of these people have, like, none of the friends that he partied with for the last 30 years have came and tried to come to his rescue. So I'm wondering. I don't know. FMS says facts. Mark Travis. Mark says somebody says he don't have no compassion for pedos. Neither do I. If they are a pedophile, they need to be up under the prison. Period. Point blank. Just saying. So I think. How many years the people on the tapes getting? See, that's what I'm saying, Charles. They are saying that all the ones that could be charged, like remember KK, she was one of the ones that was his assistant, telling people, hey, give these rugs to Diddy and pass these rugs out and do it. She was running the show for him. She was Diddy's right hand man, and now she disappeared. They're saying that they offer those people deals, saying, okay, what did Diddy do? Because right now, according to what you did, this is like 15 years. This is Carrie's 10 years. This is Carrie 15 years. And then they were flipping those witnesses and trying to make them flip on Diddy. So what are we gonna see later on? Are we gonna see KK and all these other? Remember the Rug Mule? Remember Jonathan Audie? All of these people are gonna come and testify, I believe. Secret says, I want to see the D tapes, but I know we won't. Oh, they started showing tapes yesterday. So are they going to be showing tapes today? I believe so. Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, we got a little update, y'all. So it says, Cassie told jurors her relationship with Diddy included arguments that often escalated into physical abuse, including dragging and violence. Whoa. Wow. Oh, wow. But we already seen that in the tape. We seen that in the hotel tape. But she testified to this on the stand. Cassie just testified to this on the stand that this is what the relationship ended consisted of. Oh, wow. Wow. So he controlled everything from what she wore to the freak-offs. She was 22 and she felt like she couldn't say no to him, fearing the consequences. While viewing images from the 2016 surveillance video of Combs assaulting her in Los Angeles hotel, Cassie told jurors the incident followed one of the so-called freak-offs and occurred as she was trying to leave. So that was a freak-off. Wow. Secret says not the abuse. I want to see who was there. I know, me too, Secret, me too. That's what I'm like, what? Hold on now, wait a minute. I want to see the tapes. Like some people were like, oh, I don't want to see the tapes. Oh, I want to see the tapes. I want to see who was there, what they were doing. Like, I mean, not even the rectal part, right? Not nobody, you know, getting it in. I want to see, like, were they like really like abusing it? Because I heard, last year I heard or read, I think I read somewhere where they said that they were taking the women, that the Rex workers, taking their heads and bashing them in cars, taking their faces and bashing them in cars, abusing them. So I want to see if that's true. I want to know if that's true. I want to see it because all this stuff is, you know, Diddy is innocent or proven guilty. But I mean, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, it's like, it makes you wonder, right? Charles says, we care about her, but we would like to know about who was with the kids on the tapes there. Yes, me too. Me too, Charles. Me too. I want to know. Because if they were kids on the tapes and they were doing rectal things, they should be going down too. It shouldn't even be if you tell on Diddy. No, it should be like, okay, 10 years. This is what, for grape, this is carries normally a 30-year. But if you tell, we'll give you 10 years. Something like that, right? Don't let them get all the way off. Thank you, Vincent. Don't let them get all the way off. If they Rex offenders, absolutely not. We may take a few years off of your sentence, but you still going up to the federal pen too. You gonna be Diddy's cellmate, matter of fact. Matter of fact, no, we gotta keep y'all separate because you be one that told on Diddy and what he was doing, right? Or actually not even told, you was in the tapes. So you participated, right? You participated, right? Thank you, Michael. Vincent says, beautiful black queen right here. Thank you, Vincent. FMC says, will J-Lo take the step? FMC, we trying to figure out where J-Lo, ho, 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 Merry Christmas is at. We put out an APB. You know, we had, I seen her on the Walmart milk carton when I went to Walmart the other day. Because we don't know where J-Lo, ho, 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 Merry Christmas is at. We're trying to figure out where she at. Because she ain't no innocent bystander. And do you guys think that J-Lo is going to be brought back up with the situation with Natanya? When the pow-powing situation that happened at the nightclub? I'm wondering if that's going to come up too. Seeker says, yeah, where is J-Lo? Her A hiding in a case. Yeah, Seeker. She has been MIA for a long time. FMC says, facts. Charles says, TD Snakes. Yes, where he at too. Bring him to the forefront because y'all know he didn't step down a couple of weeks ago. He said, I'm going to step down from this Jesus stuff because, allegedly, maybe, people may have seen me on these tapes. I have seen these court cases coming up. I'm just thinking about what he said, y'all. I'm just saying, right? I'm wondering. J-Lo, Ninja says J-Lo is gross and should join her in her ex in jail. I know, right? Little One says J-Lo made a documentary to try and make her seem like she's cool. No, I know. Remember Little One, remember there was I think it was a documentary, and it had like some of the people that she was acting with in certain like TV shows or movies or whatever, and they came and said, yeah, J-Lo's a good person, and J-Lo this and J-Lo that. I done read and seen videos where they talk about how nasty J-Lo is. The people talking to people like they are, sugar honey iced tea on the bottom of her shoe. She is a nasty person, just like Diddy. So they're one and the same. So are they going to bring her to the forefront? Yeah, they need to. The fans need to call J-Lo, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. It's your time to come on the throne and start singing. We know you really don't know how to sing, but you're going to learn how to sing today. That's what they're going to tell them. I'm telling you, that's what they're going to tell them. J-Lo, you're going to learn how to sing today, baby, because we know some of them songs that was yours, you wasn't really yours. You wasn't really singing them songs, J-Lo. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Right? So I'm telling you, it's crazy. Thank you, Vincent. Yeah, it's crazy. Ninja says justice in business. Yes, I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. And just like I'll Be Sure was saying, I'll Be Sure was like, Diddy was messing with him for all these years. And I don't know, much about I'll Be Sure, but I do know when you as a parent, right? And you have you done broke up with the situation. You're in a relationship. Y'all done broke up. Then your baby mom gets with a narcissist who got money, who is P. Diddy. And then he tries to push the father, which was I'll Be Sure, away from being a father to Quincy. Y'all, that is a hard pill to swallow. It's not saying that he don't want to be there and try to take care of his son. No, he was being pushed away and probably threatened and all kind of stuff. And then Diddy tried to take him out. That's a hard pill to swallow. Y'all men, that's a hard pill to swallow. If your baby's mom got, your ex-wife, I didn't say baby mom, ex-wife got with a new man and he's a narcissist, and he got money, and he's trying to push you away from being able to be there with your child, to be a father, and then brainwashing the child, that is a hard pill to swallow. That is, I could imagine in a man's shoes, that would be hard. FMC says, Al better be sure to take the witness stand. Yes, they said the feds, he did it. I did a live on that a few days ago. He went live on an interview the other day on a New York channel, and said that the feds subpoenaed him and that he's willing to testify. So y'all could imagine what that testifying situation is going to be like. Y'all, it's going to be packed with a lot of juicy details. Because if it was me and Diddy did something to me, I'm singing like a songbird. I'm singing soprano. I'm singing alto, tenor. I'm singing every note. Every single note that there ever was. And I might make up some notes above and beyond, right? I will be telling everything, right? This joker didn't try to kill me. This joker tried to keep me away from my son. This joker over here tried to brainwash my son. Did he do anything to Quincy? Y'all, makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder. Because Diddy's just that sick. If he's kissing his mom in the mouth, y'all, what else is he doing to them children? I don't know. I'm just saying. Love Myself said, I'm watching this other YouTube channel. They said they are reached the verdict. What? Loving Myself? Let me see. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you. It is really crazy. It is sick. Dorinda says, I would ah Dorinda, me too. That's why I said that judge, he got extra jurors. He got extra jurors because guess what? He's thinking that a lot of them tapes are so nasty. He is thinking some of these people are gonna fall out. Their stomachs, their panic, their anxiety is going to be through the roof. Right? Their anxiety is going to be through the roof. They're going to be dropping out, some maybe a little bit one by one. Right? They going to be dropping out little one by one. Right? Reason being, I wouldn't be able to stomach some of the stuff either. Some of the gruesome stuff, like what the sex worker said yesterday, understand? That he, urinated in Cassie's mouth. Y'all, that is disgusting. I probably couldn't eat if I seen that for a very long time. They'd be like, girl, what's wrong with you? You look like you done lost about 12 pounds. I'd be like, I was a juror, y'all, and I done seen some stuff on them tapes that made me not want to eat. I was not hungry. I wasn't even thirsty. I'm telling you, that's why the judge was prepared. He was like, we gonna have some backup jurors. Because the stuff that he probably even knows and seen. Y'all, it's going down. What? It's going down. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Loving Myself. I'm gonna check that out. Thank you. I'm gonna check that channel out. FMC says gotta be some of the worst things ever filmed. Yes. Could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine? I mean, for those like myself and those on here that are not disgusting like that behind closed doors. I mean, doing some stuff. Some people like that. I don't know. This it's disgusting to me, but some people are into that. That I don't even know what they call it, but it's gross. But the ones who are not into that, even the church folks, the nuns, maybe that there may be some nuns on the juror, and gotta see that with their own eyes. Y'all, that is nasty. That is nasty. That is disgusting. Loving Myself said he's live right now. He is down at the court. Yeah, I see him in New York, but I don't see him. Let me see. He's not at the federal court. He's somewhere else.
All right, they're starting. Probably gonna switch over to TikTok, guys.
Yeah, he's not at the federal courthouse because I was at that building right there. He's not at the federal courthouse. He's at a federal news, the federal something. He's not at the federal courthouse. That's not even outside of the building. He's at somewhere else. Or maybe he's just walking down the street or something, I guess I see. But he's not at the federal building. But yeah, I'll catch up with him after my live and see what's going on. Hey, D-Dot, how are you? Maddie, welcome. Oh, wow. If he does get the Tupac, that's what he needs, right? He needs all of that. Okay, Loving Myself, I'll check it out. Yeah, I see he's walking through New York. But I know he's not in front of the federal courthouse where Diddy's at, because me and Jamil went there last week and he's not in front of there. He's somewhere else. He's walking somewhere downtown New York. Hey, Bubblegum Oni, how are you? Yeah, he's walking somewhere else. But he's on West 45th Street. And the courthouse is on Pearl Street, 500 Pearl Street. So he's not, I don't know where he's at. He's just walking, probably just doing some reporting, possibly. But yeah, y'all, it's going down. Y'all, I'm telling you, today's day 2 of the trial. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I don't know. Love Myself said no, he's not. He's just off the bus. He was oh, okay, there earlier. Okay, Loving Myself, okay. And that crazy man on the bike was there. Oh, again? The one that I recorded loving myself? The one on the bike that was talking crazy? I gotta go back and watch. Oh my God. That one, you guys, it is going viral on TikTok. Oh my God. That short is going viral on my TikTok. Check it out. The Lounge, I'm at the Lounge 8385. I'm on TikTok. And y'all, that thing is going crazy. Arctic One says, Diddy going to end up in the Freakoff prison. Oh yes, Arctic One. That's where he is headed to. That's where he wanted to be though. He wanted to be in a jail full of men. That's where he wanted to be. Maddie says, I wonder who else is in the Freakoff. Me too, Maddie. We is trying to figure out who is in these tapes. And when the tapes played, I just want to know. And who were the people that, was getting essayed or DV'd? Whether it been willingly or not, I don't know. Who was in there, D-Dot says, yep, saying fresh meat. D-Dot, you was the best. I know, right? Well, fresh meat, fresh meat. Oh my God, we got some fresh meat. Look, fresh on cell block 1 OVO. I'm telling you, it is going to be, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be epic, right? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be epic. There is going to be, there is going to be, let me see. Hold on just a second, y'all. There's going to be a lot. There's going to be so much. It's going to be so much. Hold on just a second. It's going to be so much. Bubblegum Only says he being charged for, I don't know, Bubblegum Money. That's what we were saying. I was wondering. FMC says, did he still have a meet in Greece in prison? I know, right? Like, welcome to Cell Block 1 OVO. Over here, we have Freakoffs. We have this, we have that. We're eating dried peanut butter sandwiches. Yeah, that's going to be our snacks for the prison Freakoffs. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. Arctic One says, at least he'll be more comfortable in his environment. Dark wit and freak off vampires with no garlic around their neck. Yep, that's what he wants. Arctic One, that's what he wants. He wants that. Dorinda says, baby oil, look, the baby oil is available. Look, available in the commissary. Are they going to say, oh, Diddy, you can't get no baby oil? You had enough baby oil in stock? You don't need need no more baby oil. You are banned from getting baby oil. I don't know, right? Dina says it's all over the table. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is epic. I'm telling you, this situation with Diddy, y'all. Cassie is going, she's on. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold on just a second. Let me see something. I be doing like 50 million. I need like an assistant sometimes. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Oh, the fulfillment. I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. I got like 50 million things at one time. Is something wrong with the fulfillment? Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. Playing bones to see who will I know, right? Dude, I said spit in the bottle. Oh Lord. Y'all, I'm telling you, Diddy is gonna be something, but I don't know. I don't know. We gotta see. We gonna see what is gonna be popping. Like I said, Cassie is let me see. Cassie is slated. She's already testifying, but we're trying to figure out what else is she gonna say. She got some tea for us. I know she got a lot of tea, right? I know she got a whole lot of tea for us, and I'm ready for the tea. I am so ready for the tea. I want to know what else, because we've seen that, all the other disgusting things. So let's see. Let me go back here. D. Johnson says, I feel bad for his daughters having to sit and listen to how crazy of a freak their dad is. He should ask that his girls not come to the court. I respect that, D. Johnson. I think so too. I wouldn't want my daughters to listen to all that. Exactly. Like, who would want your daughters to listen to how disgusting and such a freak-off monster you were, right? I mean, it's crazy. Coffee, tea, and pee. Maddie, you is hilarious. I'm sorry, Maddie said coffee, tea, and pee. Oh my God. Arctic One says they're gonna auction his for some soup. I know, right? And look, he probably would like it. Like, who's the one who's gonna be auctioned off? Who's gonna be the one to get the whole? Right? I can imagine. I can imagine. Connie says, and his sons, yes. His sons too. But y'all, his sons, they got court cases too, I hear. And why did Mark Garrigle say that he is Diddy's mom's lawyer? He's supporting her something in the case or something? What does Janice have? Is Janice going to be brought up in this court case? Because why did Mark Garrigle say that I am what's it called? What's it called when you're representing Janice? Why is Mark Garrigle representing Janice Combs? What does she have? Or is she being sued because a lot of stuff was in her name? Dee says the sons have court cases too. Yes, they have court cases. Remember in California, they went on some yacht, and the yacht company, the Diddy and the sons was essaying or DVing a girl, one of the employees. And that case is still on and going, I believe. Matter said they should get his butt for his first wife. Yes, exactly. Arctic One says Orlando Brown is gonna be the CEO. That is crazy. I'm telling you, that is crazy. That is crazy. I'm telling you, that is crazy. Let me see if I got a boogie in my nose, because people be trolling. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic, y'all. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. It is going to be epic. I know. That's why I deleted them, D-Dot. People be trolling. So is Diddy going to jail? Oh, yeah, I believe he's going to jail. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Arctic One. Thank you, D-Dot. Yeah, it's going to be epic, y'all. I'm telling you, Love Myself, don't listen to him. I know, I blocked him. Maddie says, you think he got big? I think he has something to do with it. I absolutely believe so. Lily says, "No, you look pretty." Thank you, Lily's banter. Thank you. Yeah, I think possibly he did with probably with Biggie. I think so. It looks like people are coming out. Let's see, what time is it? It's already 12. Are people gonna start coming out? I think so. People are gonna start coming out of the courthouse because it's already 12:13. So people are gonna start coming out, possibly taking their like 30-minute break. People like, you know, some of the news reporters, journalists and all them, they have to come out for, you know, to report, you know, give their reports on stuff. So I'm wondering, are we going to get some more information on what else Cassie said? Because I wants to know. Look, I wants to know. Let me see if this channel is tracking anything, any updates. Let's see. D says Big was about to leave Bad Boys, then he got killed. Big was yes, I know, D Johnson. Yeah, true. Michael says I can't unsee Meek in the appeal though. I know, Michael, right? And did y'all hear that tape allegedly of Meek Mills and Diddy? Oh my God. Oh my God. Bolo, thank you. Oh my God, y'all. Did y'all hear that Meek Mills tape and Diddy, y'all? That was epic. That was diabolical. I was like, oh my God. Oh, okay. Diddy. Okay, I got you, Bolo. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is crazy. It is crazy. D-Dot says Meek was taking that Tina, you was a mess. I know, you're right though. Maddie says I heard that video. Yeah, it was crazy, right? I was like, oh my God. Dorinda says as pregnant as Cassie is, I hope she can handle the stress. Praying for her. Yeah, me too. Because that's a stressful situation. Especially to see somebody who you allege to have done these things and you ain't seen them in years. Now you're married, pregnant, on your third baby. Yeah, I can imagine. Seeker says Meek Booty was steaming in the pool. Seeker, you was a mess. He was just trying to get it ready, right? He had to go through a little pool therapy, right? Healing booty therapy. Oh my God, y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. But y'all, I am not gonna keep y'all. But I'm gonna get on here later on, possibly. I'm gonna see what happened, what transpires, because I'm telling you, there's a lot gonna be said. A lot of notes that people are gonna come back. We're gonna see what information we can find out, and then y'all, we're gonna bring it to y'all live. The lounge's way, of course, and see how things, you know, transpired, how Cassie was, you know, what she was wearing, how she was acting, was she crying, you know, all that good tea that they're gonna, you know, report that we're gonna see. So y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all. Have a great afternoon, and y'all, we'll be back to do it again. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, and y'all, we will see y'all in the next live. Bye-bye.